Hi guys, I'm Rashan and today I'm going to be talking about an amazing book called Aru Shah and the End of Time. This novel will be a favorite of any mythological fans. And if you read books like Percy Jackson, The Kane Chronicles, you'll love this book much more because the author of those books, Rick Riordan, recommended this book and published it. The author of this book is called Roshani Chokshi. Now let me tell you a bit about this book. Aru Shah, who's the main character of this, is a young girl who has a tendency to stretch the truth in order to fit in with all her rich classmates. One day, her classmates surprise her by coming to the ancient Indian Art and Culture Museum and try to catch her in a lie, making her a joke at school. In the museum, there's a cursed lamp, and her classmates did not believe that it was cursed and dared her to light it. And her mom told her that if you light it, a huge curse would be released, so she never actually lit it. But at the same time, she didn't want to be made like a joke at school, and she wanted to fit in with everyone and go to parties and stuff like that. So she lit it, and she was thinking she would just light it and blow it quickly and just nothing would happen. But the second she lit it, she released the main antagonist of the story, the sleeper. And when he came out, he just went ahead and froze everyone and just left her alone, shocked, scared, stuff like that. And now it's up to Aru to save the world with her newfound connections to the Hindu gods and goddesses. And did I mention that she has this team up with a pigeon named Boo, and she has a secret sister, which I will not spoil anything about. So I'm just going to read a small part from the story that I think is pretty interesting and funny. It's from Chapter 5, The Other Sister. Suddenly, the world she thought she knew had opened up, as if stage curtains had been yanked back to show her that there was so much more than what she imagined. There was magic. Secrets crouched in the dark. Characters from stories like the ones she'd been told all her life were taking off their masks and saying, "I was never a tale, but a truth." And the thought wiped off her grin. There was also her mom, now frozen with a worried expression on her face. Aru's heart felt like a painful knot inside her. "I'm not letting you stay like that, Mom, I promise." The door opened. Light washed over her. Boo squawked. Aru felt yanked forward. Gone was the mild weather of Georgia. Everything was cold and bright. When she blinked, she saw that she was standing on a large driveway of a sprawling white house. The sun had begun to set. All the trees were bare, and right in front of her was a giant turtle. Wait, no, a girl. A girl wearing an extremely unflattering backpack. She stood with her arms crossed, and what looked like black war paint smudged under her eyes. She had a thick pen in one hand and a bag of almonds in the other. "Are there bees in the otherworld?" asked the girl. She didn't seem very surprised to see Aru. In fact, her gaze was a little reproachful, as if Aru had arrived late. "I don't know if I'm actually allergic, but you never know. You can die within a minute of a bee sting. A minute. And I bet that there are no emergency rooms. I mean, I know there's magical healing and all, but what if it isn't enough?" The girl snapped her eyes towards Aru, her gaze narrowing. "I hope you don't have a bee allergy. I only have one EpiPen, but I guess we could share. I'll stab you, you stab me." Aru stared at her. This was the other legendary Pandava sister, descended from a god? The girl started digging through her backpack. Boo face-planted onto the grass. Aru could hear his muffled sobs of, "Why God, why me?" There are two main characters in this book, Aru and Minnie. They are the protagonists, and Sleeper is the antagonist. The Sleeper is an evil villain. I mean, all villains are evil, but you get the point. Anyways, he wants to destroy the world. Minnie is a very fretful, intelligent, and wise. She's a hilarious addition to the story and is scared of high fives because she thinks they might kill her because of germs. Aru is a very imaginative person, and she first uses her imagination to tell lies about her life, but then she uses it to help her on her quest. This book takes place in many different dimensions. There's a normal world, which is extremely similar to our world minus the COVID. The other world, it's literally called The Other World. And then there's like this heaven, God, world, place thing. And yeah, the time period is present. I mean, like, I think this book was written like 2017 or something, but yeah. I have a text itself connected with Aru, and I can relate to how she told lies to fit in. Because I have done this many times when I was younger, because I wanted to be like, I wanted to like hang out with the cool kids and like be in like a gang. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. And I can also make a text-to-text connection with the book Percy Jackson. Because in that story, in the beginning, Percy Jackson was like the odd one out in his school, and no one liked him. I think that the theme of this book is showed in the beginning and the end of the story. The theme is, well, in my opinion, the theme is, don't tell lies about yourself to fit in. It can lead to bad things. Always be happy with what you have, and other people will start liking you. The story was written in a third-person, omniscient perspective. I think that the author chose this point of view because you can reveal details from the story that the character might not know, and at the same time still know what the character is thinking. The inciting incident of the story happens when Aru lights the lamp, the cursed lamp, and releases the sleeper. Overall, this book is an amazing read. It's filled with magic and humor, and there's no doubt it's in the top 30 books I've ever read. And I've read like a lot of books, so you can trust me. I would recommend this book for anyone above 11 years of age because people under that would not really, understand it maybe. I mean, they're welcome to read it, but like above 11, any age, even like 100 years old can read it and they would enjoy it a lot. So thanks for listening to my book talk and hope you have a wonderful day. Aru Shah and the End of Time, ladies and gentlemen.